Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are heading to Italy to explore a truly legendary castle, a place that for centuries has been a monument to power, art, and incredible history. All right, so I want to start with a question for you. What on earth could possibly connect the high fantasy world of Westeros with one of the most powerful political forces in medieval Europe? The answer is, well, it's probably not what you're thinking. Believe it or not, the answer is this incredible fortress, the Castello di Spoleto. This is the real-world link between epic fantasy and historical fact. It's a place with a story that's just as deep and compelling as any legend you'll find in a book. To really get a feel for this castle, we've got to start from the outside. We need to see it just like its builders wanted us to, as an imposing, powerful fortress looming on a hill. See, you have to understand, this place wasn't just built for defense. Not at all. It was a statement piece. It was constructed by nobles of the Holy Roman Empire as this undeniable symbol of their power and their control over the entire region. And man, if these walls could talk, this place has seen centuries of change. It was founded way back in the 12th century, got a major rebuild in the 14th, and then, much more recently, a massive restoration project in the 1990s made sure it would be here for all of us to see. What's so cool is the castle's architectural DNA. It's this incredible mix of sturdy, tough Romanesque and these elegant, soaring Gothic styles. That blend tells a story all by itself, you know? It shows the shift from just thick, defensive walls to a more refined, aspirational style. And get this, the design was so groundbreaking, it even inspired legendary architects like Andrea Palladio. All right, we've seen the intimidating exterior. It's pretty impressive, right? Now, let's step through those gates and journey inside the walls, because we're going to go explore the castle's heart. Now, we're going to follow a very specific path on our little virtual tour. We'll start in the courtyard, then we'll move into the magnificent Great Hall, and we'll end in the quiet, sacred space of the chapel. So the very first thing you experience when you step inside is this incredible contrast. You go from the cold, massive stone walls of the fortress into this peaceful oasis. The courtyard, filled with gardens and fountains, feels like a secret world, totally separate from the castle's military purpose. Then, from the calm of the courtyard, we step into the overwhelming grandeur of the Great Hall. This room was designed for one purpose: to make your jaw drop. Everything, from the soaring ceilings to the ornate decorations, was a calculated display of wealth and power. It was meant to impress. Our last stop inside is the chapel. And this place, it just brilliantly shows the skill of the artisans who built it. It's a stunning example of Romanesque architecture, and it's filled with these intricate stone carvings. It was a space for quiet, sacred moments right in the middle of all that power. So the castle's rooms and walls are marvels all on their own, but they also happen to house a priceless treasury of art and artifacts. The collection really holds two kinds of treasure. On one hand, you've got fine art, and we're talking priceless works by Italian masters, names you'll definitely recognize. And on the other hand, you find these historical artifacts that give you a direct glimpse into the past. Intricate medieval furniture, imposing suits of armor, and even the ornate royal carriages that once rolled through the gates. But beyond the objects it holds, the castle itself is a work of art. The walls are just covered in these medieval frescoes. And these aren't just decorations, they are literally windows into the past, telling stories and showing us scenes from everyday life in medieval Spoleto. This castle has such an incredible past. But its story is not over, not by a long shot. Today, it has transformed from this private fortress into a global icon, a living, breathing heritage site. 500,000, 500,000. That's the staggering number of visitors from all around the globe who walk these halls every single year. That makes this one of Italy's most popular cultural attractions. And you better believe a status like that is officially protected. UNESCO designated it a World Heritage Site back in 2004, and the Italian government is continuously working to preserve it for all the generations to come. So this brings us to the big question. Why does a place like this still matter so much? Well, because it's a real, tangible link to medieval Europe. It's a guardian for priceless art. It's a huge driver of cultural tourism. But maybe most importantly, it's a powerful example of how ancient sites can find a vibrant, new life in our modern world. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The Castello di Spoleto was preserved. Its story was saved. But as our own history moves forward, and as we create new monuments, it makes you wonder, how do we decide which of our stories today are worth preserving in stone for the centuries to come?